Alright, welcome in. Friends list broken again. USA East 38, 16,252 BP. And let's check out black belts. Oh, vacuum starts right as I start stream, of course. Okay, Google, turn Kirby, or send Kirby home. There we go. That worked. Well, I think I want to try to wait for a match for a little bit. Just because we have so many people on. I feel like we'll get a newer black belt rather than an older black belt. But let's try to get a good fight. In the meantime, let's warm up. Key thing is if you let go of this lever, you gotta wait till he's done with this little animation before you can touch that lever or this lever. Focus is just on stopping oncoming projectiles. Hey, welcome in, Hydrosung. How you doing? There we go. Found a match. Yo, how you doing? Ooh,
Oh,
this'll
no.
be a good match. Oh, this is the other
Well,
one.
this is
Thank
awkward.
You. Thank you. It's all good. We're here to have fun. I do have about 600 hours in it, so I can hit the poses pretty well. I make hitting all these poses look pretty easy, but they're actually pretty strict. Like for the straight, where you punch it forward, the hands have to be pointing straight forward and straight up. But I can hit multiple poses or multiple modifiers in quick succession to create combos. Like, we got a kick, an uppercut, and a straight, which I can combine all three to a kick, uppercut, straight. Send it far. Got multiple objects where it's a disc, boulder, a boulder, a cube, a wall, and a pillar. There's another map that has big boulders, but you can't spawn those. And if you are good enough, you can fly. Oh. You're not gonna let me. This guy's that I'm fighting, I know, has been around for a couple of weeks now. So he's got some hours. I've been playing for about a year. And I have more than just this perspective available to us. Camera third person. Yeah, it's not been that popular of a game. Like, those who find it love it. The player base has been pretty low, but that's just because it's a PC VR only game, not a game available on standalone. Camera selfie. So, with that included, and this being a train to play game,
you win.
There's not much. Yeah, everyone does know each other that's been around. Oh. But, we're always helpful to new players. We try to show them the ropes and everything, not just dunk on them. But, yeah, it is a pretty small player base right now. Actually, because of the recent Steam sale 3 days ago, we have jumped in player base daily average on Steam by double. So that's been really nice. Camera first person. Because about a year ago, year and a quarter, I ended up getting into VR just because it's always been a fun aspect to me. And I was looking for games, and this one made my fancy. I didn't want to go with all the point and click shooter games. Welcome in. New Steam player. Well, luckily with this game, Steam and Oculus are cross-platform.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing good. This is the other map, and those are the big boulders.
That's a new move. I've never seen someone do that before.
So
now that I think about it, it seems pretty obvious.
For this being a competitive game, because it's a train
I need
to
to get away from
play
these
game,
rocks. That's how I lost last time.
we can end up, or the player base ends up being very nice. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to him, play the game, listen to chat. I don't get how you do it, Hydra.
Man, I cannot grab today.
Steam Link on the Oculus, exactly. You can do it that way too. Sent his cube right back
that was a really
at
good
him.
one.
Yeah, like if I went, yeah,
Alright.
that is a little bit of a meta, is send a lot of structures and just overload them. But I like to have a little more fun and play with them and allow them to actually like come back and be able to make a comeback, and then just, you know, beat them on that comeback again. Make it a little more fair.
Oh, you were one of those people. Oh, wow.
That is funny. Alright, what you got?
What?
Loaded. Aw. So that disc didn't hurt him because discs have a value of 0. And because it wasn't moving and wasn't grounded, ooh, ouch. And
Oh, that sucks.
wasn't grounded, it didn't gain any extra damage. If something's grounded, modified like that, which can also be stopped in weird angles, gives a +1 to its value. Moving it also gets +1. Otherwise, it's just 0 through 5 for values of the structures you can spawn. When two structures collide, it checks the value, and the structure with the higher value wins. Good round.
I'm going to get better at client.
You'll get there.
Oh,
Even I'm
I had
not
to
good at client. There's two sides of this.
Because my whole strategy revolves around
I'm
grabs.
playing post side, which means my computer's processing.
Well, I mean, everyone's strategy
everything.
revolves around grabs, but
His
still.
has ping, but
Have too much
mine
muscle
doesn't.
memory with the
So
other, or with
blocks
the
react instantly
host.
to me. When on client, blocks will be a little lagged behind, making reactionary stuff a little harder.
I need to start using run more. Run is
Running
nice.
does make you pretty hard to hit.
It's super agile.
Yes, you have to lead your shots. And not just that, a trained black belt in ideal
Maybe I need to use
circumstances,
parry more.
will always stop
There we go.
the first
That's a little
object
safer.
set at them. So people have gotten the knowledge to always follow up with something else. Like I'll send a ball after the cube, so if he stops the cube, he doesn't
Man, I only
have
hit
much
you
time to
once.
react to the ball. You got this, just send a disc. Disc straight.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, that sucks. Oh, wow, that is a very advanced combo. Oh, I need to work on...
Gosh, right
I think
into
it's uppercut kick. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Speed disc sniping across the map is a lot of fun. Yes, it is.
Man.
You can also toss an
There we go.
explode on it, which will
I
unground
need to work on...
any grounded structure
I guess I can do.
around it, at least when it dies. So close. Alright. Aggressive wall mount. Oh, I messed that up.
Oh, that dang. I don't know why I'm doing that so much
hitting
there. Also, heads up, my headset's on 5% right now.
Okay, he going high.
Yes! I grabbed it!
No worries. No worries if your headset's at 5. And no worries if you are.
This is the greatest moment of my life.
You're almost to black.
I grabbed something else, I'm getting the hang of it.
Then you'll have all the tools you need to be able to learn how to utilize everything. Even at black belt, you only get
I saw one
explode
guy, I
and
wanna practice
flick.
that. We
Flick
did
is
like
good
a-
for flight.
He always did grab straight uppercut. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's their black belt down at their waist. Those are different belt ranks.
Alright, I'm getting the hang of this. Let's go.
Generally, there's a really high skill ceiling or skill difference between fresh black belt and trained black belt. But technically, colors are the different ranks. Colored belts. This game is very much martial arts like, where no amount of strength
you got me.
throw into anything is actually going to help you. It's all about being accurate with
Good
the
game.
poses and then being quick from one pose
What's
to
with all
another.
the good people playing all of a
win.
sudden? Usually everyone is like beginners.
Just released a video a couple months ago, and it finally popped off on YouTube algorithm. Plus word of mouth, plus Steam sale, all lined up. It's been nice having the.
Is that
extra
why there's so many
players.
people on recently?
Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
Also, I
here's a
would like to
fun
play
one.
again, but I
have
can't
another-
really. My headset's on 2%.
No worries.
Alright, peace out.
Later. Next match we find, I can show you guys something special I set up if you haven't been around at all for a camera perspective. Something no one else has in the world of Rumble. So, let's go to any rank, and you'll see the different ones. Normally, you'd see all the belt colors here, but I'm in a little special view. Let me swap over. There's all the different belt colors people can have around their waist as they rank up to different ones. And the view I have, sadly, there's just a bug. You can't see them. But if you come over here, you got 5, 10, 15 different poses you have access to. Like I said, 5 of them are the structure modifications. You got a dash, you got a jump, you got a kick, an uppercut, and a straight for object modification of like positioning, I guess. One thing about uppercut is if it's grounded, it'll get that rotational momentum. There's just lots of small little things that makes this very much an emergent gameplay type of game. There's no true answer to any situation. It's just got to creatively figure it out. Be quick on your feet. And you get to kick rocks. And no one gets hurt. Camera third person. There's also another little area. Instead of just the 2 maps, there's also a park. Let's see if anyone's in a park. Nope. So I'll go host one. This is so up to 6 people can all be in a single lobby together and just mess around. So you got the fighting ring, camera first person. You got the basketball court over here, along with some punching bags. And yes, when you send the ball through the hoop, there is a ding. A little bow you can try to aim at and hit. Come on. There we go. Got it. At the very top, got a nice little slide. Some big boulders. And, best of all, this board over here has mini games. Got Mountain King, where it's like a zone of King of the Hill where you try to hold it for a certain amount of time, and then you gain that point, and then it changes to others get a certain amount of points. Rock Race, which, exactly like it sounds, is a race. And then Crag Tag, basically person who's it tries to avoid getting hit. Whoever hits the person that's it becomes it. Hold being it for a certain amount of time to win. All really fun. Underappreciated. And if you win, you get a golden bucket on top of your head until the next mini game ends. So, in the park, one player can have golden bucket. Yeah. Alright. Well, good news is if we wait for a match, we're going to be hosts, because it's first come, first serve. See, I accidentally let go. Now I can't grab it until he's done. Same with this, even to turn on. I get why though. Animation canceling. Hey. Howard's the jerk. There's no timeout for Howard. Oh. Camera match found. Camera match found. I'm looking forward to the Howard update when they pop him off his rail as well. Not much has been talked about it, but it's there. Oh no, the old 1-2. That's a perfect example of if a player's moving back at the same or similar speed as an object moving at him. Instead of it breaking against them, it'll just push them. This looks like a yellow belt. Yeah, I just realized. He's the second belt. So you start at white belt, and then you get yellow belt. White belts have pillar, disc, and straight. Yellow belts gain access to ball, stomp, and kick. So, as a higher skilled player, generally, we will only fight with what they have available. Not to start off, just so you don't get too overwhelmed with everything. Because like I said earlier, the game is very strict about rotation. But positioning is very loose. It's like take disc. As long as my hand points to the side and points forward with this rotation, I can cast it out here. I can cast it up here and down here. Out here. Just a little baby one. As long as I start down here and end right there. Anytime you want to spawn a structure, you start down here. Doesn't matter which structure. but there's like a 45-degree acceptance on every single axis of rotation. So once you know like the true positioning, it gets easy to be sloppy with it, so you can do things faster. But if you don't know sorry, that wasn't something you had access to. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. You get access to a full set of moves and just figure out what to do. Yes, that is part of it. Like, I'm down to the point where I think parry something, I'm going to say hold up, stick my irons out, and parry it. Grabbing, you just do like basically Kamehameha but bottom hand flat, and that'll grab it. But I think grab, and I just put my hands like that. Very much muscle memory. One issue a lot of people will do starting out is when they strike, they always think it's a punch, so they'll like throw their hand into it, but literally just a slow rotation will give the same amount of force. It's literally just hitting the pose, and you don't even need to hold the pose. So a lot of people will be like, disc, wait for the disc, and then go to straight, and suddenly they can't do a disc straight. But if you go from one pose to the next, fluidly, you'll be able to do multiple. He doesn't have uppercut, but ball and uppercut is a good one. Hey, thank you for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, Guillery Craft? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yo, how do you get more moves?
You win.
Just by fighting. 5 for a win, 3 for a loss, 1 for a
What?
disconnect. So you're not.
And you can fight me with moves that I don't have?
Sadly, yeah.
Shoot.
There we go. I'm gonna let him stay in queue for a little bit so that it can change. Guillery. Okay. Thank you, Guillery Craft. Alright. I know it won't have as many people because with the small player count, we all tend to congregate in this single server for everyone around the US. But let's just check it. You never know. So we got 11 people. Sweet. It also counts yourself for the player counter. Whichever region you select, you wait till the counter ticks one more time, and then that'll be that. So I'm actually US West, so this dude's US West. We should have a good connection. I'm currently client. That's why you can see sort of the block lag a little bit. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing that. There we go. Don't worry about that. I'll be fair. Yeah, it looks like it's one of his first matches. It only takes about 4 matches to rank up for the second belt. I think 2 matches if you win them. But once again, you get a defensive move, an offensive move, and a structure modification move to start off, and a sprint for movement. So yeah, this white belt is the very first belt. And with sprinting, don't be discouraged if you don't build up speed right away, because you actually do have to build up the speed before you can start moving, and then if you like change direction quickly, you'll have to rebuild up that speed. But yeah, sprinting makes you very agile. If you notice, I got hit with that disc. That's part of the client side of things, where my side sees me farther forward than I truly am on host side. Just a thing that happens. Something you gotta account for. In the tournaments, generally two closely ranked players will have things determined by the client matches. Basically, however many client wins you get, whoever got more. Because getting a win on client is considered harder. This is a player-to-player game, so there's no servers, even though you have a server ping. That's just to load like names, belts, friends, get a connection with someone to get into a match. But once you're actually in a match, so like right now, it's only between his computer and my computer. Ha! Use what's around you. So if you noticed, I spawned a pillar under another pillar and then punched the first pillar while it's rising. That's something you have access to. Yeah, when we see they stick to just the basics, we try to teach them a little bit about combos so they understand that there's more than just doing an individual move. It's like when a lot of players get uppercut, they don't see a lot of advantage to it, but uppercut's one of the greatest moves for combos, just because it has so much versatility, specifically on grounded versus ungrounded structures. Grounded has the dark shadow, ungrounded does not, and it can even be stuck in weird positions. Because this one's moving and that one's grounded, they will both break because they tie in value, both having +1 extra from their base value. Things like that are going to be harder as client. So that's why I generally stick on the ground on client and then be more fancy on host. A lot of players will try to like punch the wall when it's between them, but you technically have a 170-degree visual cone from top of head to bottom of feet, outwards of a range of modification, where you're actually modifying the direction you want it to go instead of punching the object directly. That's once again coming down to that whole, you're not actually punching, you're just striking a pose. If you have multiple objects and you're not looking at something directly, it's going to select the closest one to you. If you're looking at something, it'll select that. Oh, I can't use that. He doesn't have that. One bad thing about that guard stone that he's using, if you notice, that disc would have missed him, but because it hit the circle of the guard stone, it still counted as hitting him. If I hit him with a larger structure the same way, he'll still take damage, just one less damage. That's what the guarding does. One less damage and doesn't break the block. Meaning that like a giant wall going like that, it's going to do what? 5, 6, 7 damage? No. 3, 4, 5 damage. And then get guarded, makes it down to 4 damage to him. Let's just do that. Down to 4 damage to him, and it's still there. So it's just, instead of it would have missed. Just creates a bigger hitbox to get hit. Even the devs have stated they put it in to account for disc spammers early game, when you don't have access to much. Hey, try to find the Rumble Buckethead server for Discord. It's got lots of information that will help you out with learning, especially learning all the poses and everything, finding matches and things like that. In the meantime, let's rumble. Just that way it's not too slow of a viewing thing. And yeah, sometimes I accidentally default and use different moves than I should. That's part of muscle memory. So a single punch can't affect that boulder much, but if I use a pillar under it, it'll slowly rise. Cubes technically have the highest upwards motion for structures, so it's the best to launch with. Yeah, it is a pretty cool game, and I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Hey, you can't use that cube. Like mentioned earlier, there's a lot of new players because of a couple of things lining up. Just gotta take it easy, otherwise I could go... Alright, let's say it this way. I hope I find a black belt fight of 2 trained black belts rather than a bunch of whites. Not overly too much, but they are the ones who actually run the Buckethead server. And the devs are very much active within the community. It's just they tend to stick to, at times, to just like error support. But they will give updates and chat with players here and there. It's not like as involved as you are in your server, but they are involved. Currently, right now, they're working on a content update of player avatar customization, and a longevity of the game to, like, something to try to progress towards, where it'll be an in-game currency for winning games, and then you use that currency to unlock your customizations, for your player character, including everything down to, like, eyebrows, sideburns, your hair, your lips, your hands, your clothing, your belt, your boots, your underlayer, colors for everything. There's just so many options that are coming, and it's going to make the game so much more unique looking instead of everyone the same character. And there's, like I told him, lots of tools in the Discord to help people learn everything, down to links to YouTube videos, and or like I have a Google Drive link on there of GIFs of every single pose, both still images and GIFs of it like rotating so you can see every angle. Same thing with combos, just with the GIFs. Lots of helpful people. I'm something like 6th or 7th top number in BP, or top account. There's a community ran reported BP leaderboard. And like mentioned, it's a small game, everyone sort of knows everyone. One trick to do is punch the wall out of the way so you get a nice clean disc shot instead of just sending it back at them. Once again, that's using that visual cone because I want the wall to go that way, to the pillar. Two. No worries, you have a wonderful time. I very much appreciate once again you coming in. Nicely done. And you're right, Flapjacks. We gotta get that rock drip. I very much played Destiny 2 as a hunter for that drip. I gotta give him a chance. I can't be too mean to him. Just trying to get rid of his illegal rocks. Well, cosmetics are coming. Just question of when. We already got a sneak peek in the Discord of the gear market board, but they only showed off the totem page and nothing about customization. I mean, it had customization tabs, it just... We didn't get any sneak peek into any of that. No! Why'd I do that? If two people punch an object at opposite ends like that, it breaks and does knockback. Really? I was just gonna sit there and kick it, but okay. Someone ever does just hold up guard and all you have access to is discs. Get far enough back that the disc hits the floor before hitting them, so just keep spamming it, knocking yourself back until they do that. And then it'll actually slide underneath the guardstone box. Alright, let's check the black belt cube. We'll get this. Get this. So important to know, you can technically shift this with it already searching and it will switch up. Some people have had issues in the past, but I think all the bugs have been taken out of it. The only bug with the matchmaker that I know of is when you hit requeue, you hit back here. It's like, say, 2 of you are doing friends only. You get the wrong arena from what you want. You hit requeue after the match to friend queue again together. Both of you are sitting there and sitting there and sitting there till one of you, doesn't matter which one, undoes and redoes the lever, even for a split second. But you gotta go all the way up and all the way down. Then it finds a match instantly. So that's the only bug with the matchmaker I know of. If you're ever sitting after a match in the matchmaker, waiting for a match, just come over here, flip that lever real quick. Bet you it'll be an instant queue. Alright, shall we just go nuts on Howard? We can't beat up white belts without feeling a little bad. Well, let's beat up Howard. 'Cause I can't feel bad about beating up Howard. Howard beats up a defenseless person that can't move or spawn or do anything after finding a match. It's important to note when you dash don't spawn stuff, you'll actually slide into it and hurt yourself a lot of the time. Like that. Instead, dash and spawn it to your side, then grab it and throw it forward. So there's something new that I've been working on, where instead of just going here to here, you can actually interrupt that with another pose. So if I start here, hit the uppercut and then go to cube, it'll still all hit. Just something neat I've been working on. Getting down. Because honestly, if you're coming up for the cube, just being lazy about turning that one hand, it's gonna be all you need for that. Dang it, I always forget match found stuff. Are you ready to rumble? So he's got down some basic combos, I'm seeing. He is using wall a lot. He definitely seems to know at least how to do things. Yep. Oh no, I deserve that. Alrighty. What is this disgrace of a host round? bad positioning.
Nice.
Aw, I got him with the cube. This is why I don't like this map. Too many people get knocked out of it. That was a nice attempt for a duck. Oof.
Nicely done.
Aw, hit him off. Alright, we'll have to see how we do client side.
You win.
Camera match found. Here we go. That was a bad idea for me, fool. It's not used to flowstone use. I can tell. It's not holding his objects until the use of the flowstone in the air and then send it in that direction. Rather, he's using it too early. I went too quick on that parry. Woo. I don't like that dash, or that flowstone dash I had there. It says I'm too close to the ledge. It says I was technically off the ledge, actually. Aw. I was in the air there. Oh, okay. What an end. Ooh. Nicely done. Ooh. I want that cube, or that glitch to go away. Spawn a cube under something and it breaks the object. But it's only on client side. Or when the client side player spawns a cube. Rip.
It's like the first time you pick up a block and then turn around 180.
Oh yeah. You like that? Oh, through my face. My face is made of steel. Dodged. And return.
Oh, very nice.
Oh no.
Very nice. Big knockback.
Camera and client.
You win.
Yeah. Camera first person. Get ready for a quick match. Camera first person.
Oh.
There we go.
Ridiculous.
That ain't even scratching the surface. And I've pinned that uppercut in between the cubes so much that I'm starting to hit the uppercut when I'm not meaning to. Oh, I thought you saw you going that way. Fine.
What?
Get it.
What?
The first time I've been able to actually like stand on the back side of the wall like that with little to no momentum. Rotate it and then just freaking drop in. That was great.
You win.
Great stuff. I'm gonna see who else is out there. Catch you around. You're doing really good. Keep it up.
Thanks, bud.
Oh, ain't your bud. Bud. Damn it. Messed that up. Hey. So, instant queue, probably not host. Gonna load in as client. Let's see. Camera match found. Alright, never mind. And match found didn't work. Alright, I was talking beforehand. And because I requeued, or we both requeued around the same period of time, we actually ended up keeping the same host situation. Instead of it swapping like it should when we replay. But if I were to wait and let him requeue, and then I wait like 7 seconds, and then I requeue, then it would swap to him host. Alright, let's play the send back game. Over here. Oh no!
Hit the
You
ramp.
guys couldn't see, but yeah, he slid into the
I didn't know you
wall.
could do that.
It popped him up and then continued. Sometimes you'll get popped up from low things on the ground like that. Balls also.
Gotcha.
But yeah, mostly fallen walls. You know what? I'm gonna beat you as a white belt. Ooh, that was a good combo. Oh, that wasn't white belt.
What?
That wasn't white belt. What, you think I'm just a measly white belt? I got the power of Grayskull on my side. Ah! Ah. That didn't work. Oh no. Oh no, that's not white. Okay, gotta get back to my roots. Yes. Boop.
Hello?
Oh, shouldn't be backing myself into that stuff. Oh. There we go. Gone with mostly white belt moves. Alright. Camera and host.
You win.
Alright. I'll be nice this time. Let him find his host match or client match of another person. And then I'll kick his butt if he's still there. Camera first person.